Welcome to an all-new Downright Sports. I am your host, the notorious sports critic, Brent Reed, coming at you on this very special Friday edition of Downright Sports. We're recording this on an off day, if you will. We're not recording this on our normal scheduled Tuesday night. This is Friday afternoon. I originally was going to do it different. If you've never listened to Downright Sports before, I am your host, Brent Reed, the notorious sports critic. And it is showtime, everybody. And welcome. If you've heard the show before, welcome back. Thank you. And if you're on Facebook right now, trolling around, and you're just like, wait, he's on? You're right. I am on. And we're currently right now live. We're going to have some good conversations today. We're going to touch on a lot of topics. If you've never listened to the show before, well, you should download the podcast at Spotify. That's right, kids. Download the podcast. Discuss first. Well, I'm glad you asked. The Jeannie Bust, the daughter of the late great Jimmy Bust, basically came out and, she kind of discussed her time with the Lakers, but more importantly, the thing that came out is her and, the LeBron James of it all and how both sides probably benefited, but there's been, basically Jeannie trying to trade him to the Clippers, it sounds like, a few years ago. And honestly, would have been, not to the Clippers, but her trading him would have been the best move for that franchise, in my opinion. We're going to get to that, but first, let's discuss something that I've stayed off of for a long time. Now, for years, while doing this show, and there are episodes and clips of me basically going on and on and on about the LeBron James and his impact. It's recognized that LeBron is an all-time great individually. But let's peel the layers back. All right? The question comes down to, do the Lakers have buyer's remorse with LeBron? Did they get their return on investment? Well, if you go based on games played on TV, people coming to the arena, sure. But that can almost be said with any star-studded athlete you sign. What we're talking about, or what I'm asking, or what I'm questioning is, did they get from LeBron what the Lakers are known for getting? This is a franchise, before LeBron got there, if I'm not mistaken, had 16 championships? If I'm not mistaken, at the time, the Celtics have the most, but they were second all-time in championships. This is a franchise that is cloaked the same way the Yankees are, the Cowboys are, Manchester United. They are their marquee, their name, what Jerry Buss built in the 80s, making this franchise. And before Jerry got there, the Lakers franchise still was rich in history, whether it was the early days in Minneapolis and then later going to LA and, going to the finals against the Celtics almost every other year. And then countless a few championships here and there in the 70s. They had a history. But it's when Jerry Buss got there and he turned them from just being a regular sports franchise to basically Showtime. So what I did there, making them next level, next tier, beyond compare. Basically, it's not the name on the back as much as it's the name on the front that matters. After Kobe retired, the Lakers was in, they didn't know what really to do. And they didn't draft well for years because they never were in a position to get the first pick because Kobe was going to play. And the team was always like right there and making the playoffs. So they never were close enough to be a first pick. And the way the NBA draft is set up is so stupid and dumb. Not to mention they didn't draft that well. But fast forward, Magic joins the team. They make a couple picks. They get Julius Randolph. They get Ball. They get a couple players, Jordan Clarkson. They have ballers. Bring in LeBron James now. Okay. LeBron, before coming to the Lakers, had one of the greatest runs you've ever seen. What was it 8 straight or 9 straight trips to the NBA Finals? The sad part about that is, it's not sad. He walked away with 3 championships, 2 with Miami, 1 with Cleveland. But he lost more than he won, is all I'm saying. LeBron, now getting older in life, decides that it's time to take his talents to the West Coast. Bluer skies, better weather. He could set himself up in Hollywood as a big shot. Him and his team, was it Rich Paul is his agent? We're going to discuss all that in a second. But basically, he put himself, doesn't put my shoe back on. He put himself in position to, diversify his portfolio, if you will. Now, let's freeze for a second. Let's freeze. When people compare LeBron to Michael Jordan, the comparisons are always on the court. And now, because nobody can make an argument on the court anymore, because it's clear. The argument is clear. From a team standpoint, LeBron James is a lesser value compared to Michael. Michael on the court in his prime, with other talent around him, wins you championships. LeBron, same level of talent as Michael, just gets you to the championship. It's okay, but you don't win many championships. All right? Now, the new argument is, well, Mike's only impact was what he did off the court. He sold t-shirts and sneakers. Well, that's a pretty damn good impact, but what's that to say about LeBron? And his impact. LeBron has a signature shoe, does not stand the test of time like Jordan's. LeBron has, LeBron sells other stuff. He sells movies. His movies, Jordan does Space Jam, all-time great. LeBron does Space Jam, it's an all-time disaster. We got to stop this where, Michael wasn't forcing himself into our homes. People were welcoming Mike into the homes. LeBron, his entire career, has been forcing himself into everyone's life. When he was drafted by Cleveland, that was different. People wanted him. He was a chosen one. But even by giving himself the title, the chosen one, that's forcing the narrative onto you, understanding he's the chosen one. Be calling himself the king is forcing himself onto everyone. Him going to the Lakers is forcing himself on everyone. Why did he join the Lakers? LeBron could have went to the Clippers and did the same thing. Did the same foolishness. In fact, his impact would have been bigger because he chose the Clippers versus the Lakers. But let's look at why he went to the Lakers. Let's look at it. Let's take a look, shall we? He goes to the Lakers because the Lakers is rich with history. And he's chasing history. LeBron is a historian. He understands history. But he goes to the Lakers the same way Cody Rhodes goes back to the WWE because the names, Magic, Kobe, West, Shaq, Kareem, Worthy, Baylor. I mean, literally, there's more names, and I can't, the brain is cluttered with them. Gasol, Metal World Peace, formerly known as Ron Artest from our older audience. He goes to the Lakers because he knows hitching his wagon to the Lakers is great for the Lakers. And the Lakers aren't stupid. Taking LeBron James is a no-brainer. It puts the team back in relevancy, cha-ching. It puts the team, in their mind, in playoff contention, cha-ching. And it puts them back in a situation where now people consider them contenders, not pretenders. All right? He joins the Lakers in 2018. Now, to tie this back, the purpose of this conversation is for you guys, based on what I'm saying, to decide, should the Lakers have buyer's remorse? Here's why we need to know if the Lakers should have buyer's remorse. LeBron's been on the Lakers since 2018, boys and girls. I know, feels like yesterday. His head coach at the time was Luke Walton. Who? No, I'm joking. His head coach at the time was Luke Walton. His roster was Lorenzo Ball. I'm just going to throw out key players, all right? Tyson Chandler, who was much older. Josh Hart, only in his first season. Brandon Ingram, his second season. Kyle Kuzma, his first season. Rajon Rondo, his 12th season. And Lance Stevens in his 8th season. Those are the list of players LeBron had. He doesn't have another box office player. Now, if you want to compare LeBron and Jordan to that, yeah, both of them without box office players don't do anything. But the same can be said with Allen Iverson. The same can be said with Patrick Ewing. The same can be said with Charles Barkley. Conversation. That's LeBron's team. Now, this is LeBron James. Less and done more. LeBron can take dirt and build a castle. Well, not that season. 37 and 45. So what did LeBron do? In pure LeBron fashion, probably went to the front office and whined and complained and said, give me a star. I need a star. Good God, I need a star. Please give me a star. So the following season, what did they do? They found a way to get him a star. All right? The following season, they went out, they got Anthony Davis. They traded basically all those people I just named for Anthony Davis. Then they signed a Dwight Howard. They signed some other people. Jared Dunleavy, who I don't think got any burn. Danny Green, I don't really think got much burn. They kept Kuzma. They kept JaVale McGee. They got J.R. Smith. They really all they added was Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard. Here's the kicker. They did win the championship that second season, but that is also the bubble year. Now, I'm not going to poo-poo. A championship's a championship. I don't care how you won it. Season was cut in half, but I don't care how you won it. They won the championship, okay? Now, let's follow it up to the next season. The next season, 2020 to 2021, they finished 42 and 30 off of a championship season. They won. They had to do the play-in game to get in. Lost in the first round. Next year, missed the playoffs completely. 2021, 2022, missed the playoffs. 2022 to 2023, another play-in game, lost in the Western Conference Finals. And then last year, 2023, no, last year was not. And in 2023, 2024, they went 47 and 35. All right. And then last year, but injuries kind of plagued them and stuff like that. They came off to a hot start. They're sixth in the West. Without LeBron, they were one of the best teams. LeBron came back, and now players got to take a back seat because LeBron sucks up a lot of oxygen. And JJ Redick has been very vocal on how the team performs with him on the court without saying his name. And now the organization doesn't even care what they say about him. That kid sounds like buyer's remorse. Again, if you paid attention, if you guys are just tuning in, I started this by saying LeBron is not being welcomed into homes. He is forcing himself in.